Good morning, class. Let's continue with chapter number 9, that is Women and Reform. Students, can you imagine what was the life of women 200 years ago? Can you think about that? Because nowadays you see mostly girls. They go to school, they often study with boys, they go to college and universities, they take up job after that, and they have to be adults before getting married or legally married. They can marry anyone from any caste. They can also remarry, and all the women, like men, they are also having right to vote. So this is the present scenario, but what was the scenario during British rule? During the British rule, Indian society suffered from various ills. By ills, I mean the problems, the evils that were suffered by Indian society. The chief among them was the indifferent attitude of society towards women. So in this chapter, we are only focusing on the problems, on the disabilities which were suffered by women 200 years ago. So here is a brief content as to what we will be reading in this chapter. First, disabilities from which the women suffered. Second, reformers and their work in women upliftment. Third, efforts made by the government for gender equality. And fourth, contribution of Bengal and Maharashtra in upliftment of women. So these are the four topics which we will be covering in this chapter. The very first topic is disabilities suffered by women. Let's quickly revise the first 6 disabilities and then we'll move on to the 7th one. Okay. The first one is low status of women. Status of women was low as compared to men. She was considered inferior as compared to men, and she had never been permitted to live independently. What does this mean? It means that in her childhood she has to be dependent on her father. In her youth she has to be dependent on her husband, and in her old age she has to be dependent on her son. So she had never been permitted to live independently, which shows that her status was low as compared to men. Second one is female infanticide. Female infanticide means killing of girl at their very birth. It is a technique which was very much common at that time. बेटियों को पैदा होने से पहले ही क्या कर दिया जाता था? मार दिया जाता था. ठीक है. Birth of a daughter was a curse. It was considered as a curse. Curse means शाप. शाप माना जाता था. इसलिए उस टाइम पे लोग कौन सी टेक्निक यूज में लेते थे? फीमेल इन्फेंटिसाइड की. The next one is neglect of female education. Neglect of female education and the reasons put forward by the people for not sending girls to school. So there are basically 4 reasons which people put forward for not sending their girls, for not sending their daughters to school. Okay, so according to me, those 4 reasons are totally invalid. Next one is the dowry system, Dahej Pratha. Dowry system, a system in which father has to give something in kind like gold or any vehicle or cash to husband of a girl. Okay, marriage of a girl was almost impossible without a suitable dowry. At that time, marriage of a girl was next to possible without suitable dowry. Many poor girls, they often committed suicide because their father was unable to arrange the sufficient dowry for their marriage. Absence of independent status. Status of women was low. She had never been permitted to be independent, and families being patriarchal were dominated by husband whose will is the deciding factor in the family. So the major decisions at that time were taken by the male member, and the women are not supposed to interfere in any such of matter. The next one is child marriage. For a girl, she should be 18, and for a boy, he has to be 21 in order to marry. But at that time, child marriage was again quite often. In case the child husband died, the child bride became a widow and she has to suffer all her life. So these are the 6 disabilities. Let's move on to the another disability. 7th one, no permission for widow remarriage. Man can marry, but a woman, if widowed, was regarded as a burden. No permission for widow remarriage का मतलब क्या है? उस टाइम पे मिडाइवल पीरियड में विमेन को कोई भी राइट नहीं था शादी करने का. अगर उसके हस्बैंड की डेथ हो जाती है तो उसको दोबारा शादी करने का कोई भी राइट नहीं है. मैन कुड मैरी एज मेनी एज वाइफ्स एज ही लाइक्ड, बट अ वुमन इफ विडोड, अगर वो विधवा है, अगर उसके हस्बैंड की डेथ हो गई है, वॉज रिगार्डेड एज अ burden to both society as well as to the family. So at that time there was no permission to a woman for widow remarriage. Okay, for remarriages. Let's move on to the another, that is the sati system. Most common problem at that time, sati system. You must be knowing this system. Let us first clarify with the meaning of this system. Burning of widows along with their dead husbands. अगर किसी के हस्बैंड की डेथ हो जाती है तो उसको भी उसी फायर में जला दिया जाता था. And this so-called system is called as the sati system. Burning of widows along with their dead husbands. If they hesitated, और अगर वो hesitate करती थी, the priests, those so-called pandits and relatives would push them into the flames. अगर वो hesitate करती थी तो जो पंडित होते थे, तो जो relatives होते थे, वो उसको उसी आग में धक्का दे देते थे. That means she left with no other option. उसको उसी आग में जलना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. But it was never heard or mentioned that at any time a man burnt himself or died in grief because of his love for his deceased wife. Women has to die because his husband died. But when it comes to the men, they can't do this for their deceased wife. So this kind of attitude is not acceptable. Okay, and this proves that how society had tortured the women. उस टाइम पे सोसाइटी कितना ज़्यादा टॉर्चर कर रही थी. एक मेल मेंबर मर गया, अगर किसी का हस्बैंड की डेथ हो गई तो आपको उसी आग में जलना पड़ेगा. पर अगर किसी के वाइफ की डेथ हो गई तो ये सेम सिचुएशन मेल मेंबर्स के लिए नहीं है. which proves how the society had tortured the women. So this is the second problem. This 8th problem. Let's move on to the another disability. No right of Hindu woman to inherit property. In the Hindu society, a woman had no right to inherit the प्रॉपर्टी. जब प्रॉपर्टी के हिस्से की बात आती है, जब प्रॉपर्टी के डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की बात आती है, तो उस टाइम पे जो मेल होते थे, जो मेन होते थे, सिर्फ उन्हीं को प्रॉपर्टी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट की जाती थी, वुमेन को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट नहीं की जाती थी. सो दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम दैट वाज बीइंग सफर्ड बाय हिंदू वुमेन. नेक्स्ट वन इज सैड प्लाइट ऑफ मुस्लिम विमेन. मुस्लिम विमेन की जो प्रॉब्लम थी, दैट वाज वेरी मिजरेबल, दैट वाज मोर मिजरेबल एज कंपेयर टू दी हिंदू वुमेन. Divorce among Muslims, divorce was very common and it was very simple at that time. And the custom of polygamy means that a man can marry more than one wife. So the system of divorce and the custom of polygamy made the life of Muslim women more miserable than Hindu women. ये दो प्रॉब्लम की वजह से मुस्लिम विमेन की लाइफ और ज़्यादा खराब थी, और ज़्यादा वर्स थी, और ज़्यादा मिजरेबल थी एज कम्पेयर टू दी हिंदू विमेन. बट now as per the law that has been passed, that is triple talaq, which has been passed in July 30, 2019. So as per that law, the triple talaq, that is अगर हमने 3 बार तलाक बोला और तलाक हो गया, it was considered as a criminal offense. अगर आप ऐसा अब भी कंटिन्यू करते हैं तो वो क्रिमिनल ऑफेंस माना जाएगा, और अगर आपने ऐसा करा तो आपको 3 years की इम्प्रिजनमेंट और आपको इसके साथ साथ पेनल्टी भी पे करनी पड़ सकती है. सो प्रेजेंटली ये जो डाइवोर्स वाला जो सिस्टम है ये अब खत्म हो चुका है. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द अनदर डिसेबिलिटी, एक्सेप्शंस टू द जनरल पैटर्न. Some women rose to the high positions in society, like Razia Sultan, Chand Bibi, Noor Jahan, Zeenat Mahal. You must be knowing these women. But these instances are merely the exceptions that don't change the pattern. These women were the shining stars at that time during the medieval period. They did a great job regarding the upliftment of women, regarding the condition of the women. But whatever they did, these instances are merely the exceptions that don't change the general pattern. मतलब जो problems women face कर रही थी उसमें कोई भी change नहीं आया. Although they did a great job regarding their upliftment, but these instances are merely the exceptions. That's it. Let's move on to the another disability, excesses on the working women, that is peasants and the laborers. The last but not the least, all the women, all the working women, peasants means agricultural laborer or worker. They were supposed to work on field, look after the household, to the weaving and spinning to supplement the family income, to generate the family income. The women were supposed to work on field, looked after the household. They took on to the weaving and spinning just to increase their family's income. But in spite of doing so much hard work, in spite of giving hours and hours, in spite of working for hours and hours, they were paid less wages as compared to the male counterparts. इतना काम करने के बाद भी, इतना हार्ड वर्क करने के बाद भी उनकी जो वेजेस थे, उनके जो पैसे थे, उनको जो मिलते थे काम करने के बाद, was less as compared to the male counterparts, which shows kind of biasness and partiality towards the women. So this is the last disability. So we have done these 12 disabilities. The first one is low status of women, female infanticide, neglect to female education, the dowry system, absence of independent status, child marriage, no permission for widow remarriage, the sati system, no right of a Hindu woman to inherit property, sad plight of Muslim women, exception to the general pattern, excesses on working women. These are the 12 disabilities which were being suffered, which were being faced by the women 200 years ago. Today there will be no homework, but you have to do one general question. Remember students, this question should not be done by you in your homework or classwork or in your notebook. You just have to think about this question. Okay, just have to think about it. It is a general question. Do you think that the statements and the reasons put forward by the people for not sending girls to school are valid? क्या आपको लगता है कि जो reasons, जो statements parents ने दिए थे अपने daughters को नहीं भेजने के, ये कुछ 4 reasons जो आपने कल पढ़े थे, ये जो reasons दिए थे parents ने अपने daughters को school नहीं भेजने के लिए, उनको education नहीं provide करने के लिए, क्या वो statements और reasons आपको valid लगते हैं? Just give the answers in yes or no in the comment section. Do not write, do not attempt this question in your notebook. This is just for your thinking, this is just for your general knowledge. So just you have to answer in yes or no in the comment section below. Okay? So I hope you understood everything, and if you have any problem, just ask me. See you tomorrow. Thank you.